back. This is your Lord and Saint Bepis, and welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 Guide series. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about characters and skill points. Now, the most important thing to remember is that when you are interacting with the AI in Crusader Kings, you are not interacting with the government of the country, you are interacting with the person. So, for example, let's say I wanted to go talk to, the King of France. I'm not talking to the French government, I'm talking to King Charles II. Any decision I make is going to be made with the AI concerning this character, and it will choose to operate based on these two traits right here, irrational quarreler and warlike. Meaning, whatever this means, somewhat vengeful and likely to go after rivals or cheating spouses. Okay. He's more likely to perform tyrannical actions, get into inopportune wars, and gain offensive war opinion. He's generally unpredictable. His archetype of warlike means he wants to go to war. If he's at peace for an extended period of time, and he can't go to war, he will build up his place. Now, if you want a quick breakdown on who to know you're interacting with, because if you click on France and then click on in France, you'll be interacting with a vassal instead of the king. So how do you know exactly the rank of who you're interacting with? Well, if you take a look at the character sheet by clicking on the crest. If you look at the crown above the little flag, counties will be this sort of bronze crown. The dukes have this silver crown. Kings have the gold crown. Emperors have the gold crown with the purple and the purple lines above their banner, and then hegemonies like China have the gold crown with the blue and the blue lines along the top of the banner. So, at a quick glance, if you look for that, you can tell exactly who you're dealing with. So, for example, county, duchy, kingdom, empire. And there's only one hegemony on the map, and that's China. So, very simple. That determines who exactly you're dealing with. It gives you kind of a rough idea of how powerful the person is. But that doesn't really mean everything. For example, if we go up here to the Isles, they have 6,000 troops. They're a duchy. The King of Scotland has 1,800 troops. He's a king. This guy is far more powerful than the king. And let's say, down here, this count has 3,000 troops. The King of France has about 5,000. They're almost equal. Brittany has 1,000 troops. He's also a king. He is not equal at all to this count right here. Same with Italy. He's not at all equal to that count over there. So you gotta pay attention a little bit. Right here, the Byzantines only have 3,000 troops. They don't have nearly as many troops as France does. The Abbasids got 4,000 troops. They got more troops than the Byzantines do. Yet they're the same title tier. So, just goes to show, not everything is reliant on title tiers, but it'll give you a general idea of how powerful they are. And most of that is due to the fact that they have a lot of vassals. They're getting a lot of, the bigger countries that are kingdoms usually have more vassals, and they get more money through taxes. Of course, they can also just have a big personal domain and get a lot of money through taxes that way. I went a little bit off topic, though. We need to talk about personality traits. So, each character has traits that determine how their personality is. And if you go against your personality, you gain stress, which is up here and down here underneath your character. Your character is always right here in the bottom left-hand corner. So, your stress. There's 3 levels of stress. You max out each level of stress at 100 stress. So I'm at 0. If I get 100, I'll go to level 1. Excuse me. If you get 200, you go to level 2. If you get 300, you go to level 3. If you max out the stress at level 3, you just straight up die. And each level of stress gives you more penalties. So, honest, our personality trait of honest, gives us these stat bonuses. It gives us 2 diplomacy, takes away 4 from our intrigue. But honest people like us more, courtly vassals like us more, deceitful people like us less, Catholics like us more, zealous Catholics like us even more, and we gain piety because it is a virtue. Now, every religion has virtues, and we'll cover religions later, but virtues give you the virtuous bonuses, and sins give you the sin negatives, meaning it's the exact opposite of virtue. So you lose opinion, you lose zealous opinion, and you lose piety. Now, we also have just as our on our character, which gives us these bonuses. I really like just. We also have gregarious, which is almost all bonuses. We have diligent, which is very good bonuses for a very steep negative of 50% less stress loss. This is our education trait, brilliant strategist. It gives us 8 martial and 40 martial experience, 40% martial lifestyle experience gain. Because we were martially educated, we have military engineer, which gives us better siege. We also have intelligent, which is a congenital trait, meaning we were born with the trait, we always have it, and we have a chance to pass it on through the DNA system. We'll talk more about the DNA system later, but it gives us +3 in every stat and a 20% lifestyle experience stat. There's also the lifestyle traits right down here at the bottom of each tree. You fill out this tree, you get that trait. So we got strategist here, which gives us all these good bonuses here. The best one is at the bottom, though. No advantage penalties for crossing water. Stewardship, which is generally pretty good. That's overseer. That stewardship bonus is very nice. Gallant, the prowess bonus is good, but the attraction opinion is even better, because that's anybody who likes men likes you by 20 points more, which is honestly crazy. Now then, there's also fame traits, stuff like Raider over here, martial prowess. You get this by raiding. You get fame traits by how you do things. Blade Master you get by fighting people in duels, I believe. One-legged is a health trait. There's a bunch of these, including diseases. They usually hurt your opinion, but give you a minor stat buff. Except for blind. I think blind just tanks everything. But, I mean, you're blind. Kind of expected. Next, your stats themselves. Diplomacy. I believe it's above 10, you start getting increasing bonuses. So for 5, never mind, we get minor bonuses, and then we get basically nothing until we get to every 5 intrigue above 15. So every 5 points above 15 gives you more bonuses to stuff, I think. Okay. So, diplomacy is prestige, herd gain, general opinion, which is very powerful. Initial legitimacy. Martial is army maintenance down, more knights, more toughness. Herd conversion, not important for us, we're feudal right now. Travel safety, increased advantage when commanding armies. What that means is your martial score is your advantage score. So we get 23 to martial, and then we also get +5 for leading our own troops, and then another +5 for our cultural tradition of herds, I believe. I believe it is. Let me see here. No, chivalry focus. We're gaining +5. Right, I knew we had +5 from something else. Sorry, that's my bad. Stewardship, income from herd and barter goods. That is for 2 governments we are not. Domain tax is up 30%. Domicile income up 60%. That's for a government we are not. Travel speed up by 23. Domain limit up by 3. That's the strong one. Secrecy and enemy... our scheme secrecy up. Enemy scheme secrecy down. Learning, piety up per month. Fertility growth, doesn't matter to us, we're not nomads. Prestige cost down for increasing crown authority. And other vassals are more likely to accept a conversion demand. There's also prowess, which is what I was... we get 2 from herds, 3 from our chivalry focus. What this does is it determines how good you are in duels and how safe you stay when commanding your army. Dread is how much people are afraid of you. You get it by doing dreadful things like torturing people or executing people. But I think they have to be vassals. Yeah, that is just about everything. Also, on your character sheet, I completely forgot about this, but you can see family, relationships, which is rivals, friends, and wards. Wards are children you're educating. Courtiers, which is all these people. You generally don't ever use this tab. Subjects, never use this tab, it sucks. What you want to do instead is use the Realm tab on F2, come down to this tab, Subjects. This is a way better breakdown than that one, because it also shows you how much opinion your vassals have of you, or the bonuses your vassals do, what stances they are. Each individual vassal's stats, you can sort them by filters. You can change their contract if they have one with you. You can see what taxes you get from them and what taxes you pay to your liege. Your vassal limit and your dread are also here. So, yeah, I think that's everything, and I will see you in the next episode. So, stay tuned and goodbye.